Winds are so rare, you know, they just come along when they're supposed to come along. You can't force it. That's where my mind is. If I don't catch a good bag, I'm not gonna win. That first day, the drop shot was really the bulk of the weight. Caught a good one on chatterbait. Yesterday was just kind of a dream come true. Everything just really came together, amazing. The plan that I had from early in the week of practice and the conditions, it just all kind of came together. If the size is not there, I might come back to the river and fish the last part of the day. We got till 4:30, see what happens. 4:30. We made the trek up here to Rodman. Went through the lock and all that kind of stuff, and got up here and started fishing before 8:30, so that's a good thing. Yesterday morning, I had about an hour and a half before I caught my first one, but my first one was a 5-pounder, so that was pretty amazing. So now I've kind of made my way over here to where I caught that first fish, and I'm gonna fish through here, just really just kind of jerking and finesse fishing a little bit. We got a few more clouds mixed in, so I would expect the jerkbait to be a little bit more of a player today. We're just gonna kind of let the fish tell us. Ho 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 ho. Easy now, son. Easy now, son. Get away from that log, but come to me. No. Stop all this jazz. Got it. Hut 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 hut. Hut, hut, hut. That's the old football land, that's what I call that. That'll work. I was fishing through a jerkbait over there, saw one come up and look at it, and then it went down, and then it went down deeper, so I pitched a drop shot over there in the vicinity. I could still see the fish that followed the jerkbait, and I dropped this down, and I lifted up, and the one was on there. I don't know if it's the same fish. I'm gonna drop down there and see if I can catch another one. Little guy, I think. Little guy, quite possibly. Get in there, buddy. There you go, thank you for playing the game. Come on. There he is. Yeah. Come here, baby. Around here. Slide around here, buddy. Gotcha. Three in the boat. Slow and steady, man. It's not like Fast and Furious. It's just slow and steady. You always just try to catch as much as you can. If you think that, oh, I'm good if I get 15, or I'm good if I get 18, or all these weights. What happens is if you actually catch that in a quick fashion, you might mentally take your foot off the gas, whether you know it or not. That's a big mistake. I've made that mistake in the past. I'll do it again. I promise you. Will not. Little guy. Didn't feel like a big guy. All right, so my buddy Mr. Chatterbait bailed me out this afternoon. Got the full-size D-bomb on the back there, 1/2 ounce jackhammer chatterbait. That big D-bomb on the back, I like that bigger profile, 20-pound Sunline Sniper, D-bomber. Cashin chatterbait rod, it's got chatterbait right on it. Bam. And a 7-to-1 Daiwa Tatula Elite. That's where that sucker hit it on the fall. That sucker hit it, missed it. I'm guessing it was the same fish. Hit it, missed it, came back. I pitched it in there, hit it on the fall, but didn't get it. Reeled it back in there, threw in there one more time. Got it that time. Big one. Get in here. I really didn't know what to expect. I mean, I didn't expect 28 pounds yesterday, so I wasn't gonna shortchange myself and have low expectations for today. But I was able to make adjustments, made some good calls there late. I'm happy, really happy about that. I think that's how I'm gonna have to catch them the rest of the week, tomorrow at least, and hopefully we can catch them good enough tomorrow to make that final day, give us a shot. But definitely gonna have to continue to make adjustments, and just gonna see where this puts us.
Once again, John Cruz is leading.
All right, so we're just starting out here on the river this morning. We got low water this morning to start with. That's why I wanted to kind of start on this deal and try to catch a couple on the outside edge of these pads while it was early. I thought I was going to have more clouds, but it's already kind of sunny. Pads are laid over because there he is, little guy. So, number one in the boat. It's earliest. Normally, if I was going to Rodman, I'd be waiting on the lock. I wouldn't even be in the lock yet. When the tide goes down, a lot of lily pads kind of lay over. If you want to try to catch them with reaction baits, that's a better way to do it when it's lower water on most tidal rivers. So we'll have some low water this morning for, you know, till about 9 or between 9 and 10, then it'll start to get too high, and then it'll start to flood the lilies, and then they'll be kind of in a transition before that high water bite comes on. The quiver did deliver for me today. That was the one that put that 6-pounder in the boat for me. It was the bag maker. Stay on. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Don't do this. Come here. Come here. Gotcha. Old quiver will deliver, baby.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Oh man, that whole deep bite, I just felt like those fish were leaving. You know, I wasn't seeing them, they weren't there. I knew that there's a lot of beds in this area. So, here we are. I hadn't even thrown it until today. Just the conditions keep changing. That first day, the drop shot was really the bulk of the weight. It caught a good one on chatterbait. The next day, I caught a couple of them on a chatterbait, a couple on a drop shot, mixed it up. Both of those bites died today, and I don't know exactly why, but they died, and I had to kind of change gears, and I went and caught that 6-pounder, caught a few other ones on the quiver. I got a 5/16 ounce weight Gamakatsu 3/0 hook, 20-pound Sunline shooter, cash and flipping stick, and Daiwa high-speed reel. That was the combo today. I did catch a couple on a Zoom fluke today, just a couple limit makers, and I have no idea what I'm gonna do tomorrow. We're gonna have a lot different conditions. We're actually gonna finally, in the first time in 4 days, we're gonna get some wind. So I'm thinking that the jerkbait bite might get a little bit better. I have not been able to really put much in the boat. I caught a few the first day on a jerkbait. I think going into the last day, I'm gonna have to make some adjustments. I can't keep doing the same thing in the same areas. I'm gonna have to expand like I did today, and I'm gonna have to bounce around until I find the key areas to put those fish in the boat. Little 14 ouncer, maybe 12. That's 5. Ain't pretty. Well, okay, one's pretty, but ain't pretty. So you might say, why aren't you going back out there and throwing those others pads where you caught that big one? Well, we are in just a minute. We got plenty of time. Be all right. So we did wrangle us a limit, but we got a lot of upgrading we can do. Fished as hard as we could, made a lot of adjustments. I feel fortunate to have caught 12 pounds, but I also am a little disappointed. I'm not sure that what I found and what I caught the fish on today is going to be what I'm going to need to do to win the tournament. I feel like the field is going to be coming to me. It's going to make it a little more even. I think going into tomorrow, it's a place you can catch a big bag, and we're going to get a weather change. So I expect at least a couple big bags tomorrow. I think I'm going to need one of those to pull this thing out, but feel fortunate just to be able to go into day 4 with a chance. All right, here we are, day 4, right where you want to be, St. Johns River, 3-pound lead. We want to keep it that way. We want to make sure we stay up front. I'm going to have to change it up a little bit. We've got changing conditions. I think that's a good thing. I'm looking forward to getting out there. Haven't had these kind of conditions the whole tournament. So that's one thing I'm really excited about. Some of the stuff I've been wanting to do, I think might actually work today, so we'll have to go see. He kept telling me to catch a big one. I love the first run of the morning. It's always fun, especially when you're first guy out. There he is. Yep, that'll work. There we go. Delicate. I wanted to be delicate. I love the bass. The bass are my friend. That's a 2-pounder. I'm starting off. One at a time. So white, switched it up to white jackhammer with the white Missile Baits D-bomb on the back. So you just got to battle all year for everything you can, especially on Championship Sunday. Thumped it. Dude, he hit the snot out of that thing. Keep it going. I like the way that this is starting out. Just gonna keep on. It'll be all right with me, just keep catching them on the river here. Felt like something whacked at it. Wasn't like a real hard. Got him. Another 2-pounder. Hold up. Little Spro scissors here. I'm throwing 20-pound Sunline Sniper. That's what I always throw a chatterbait on. Sometimes I'll downsize a little bit if I'm trying to get it a little bit deeper. Cashing chatterbait rod. It's hard to get a good chatterbait rod because some people try to use too stiff. If you have too limber, then you can't cast it accurately. Come on, yeah, come on. I threw it right into his mouth. I don't know if you can see that. I threw the chatterbait over there right to the pad edge, and it was sinking. And as soon as I reeled up, he had it in his mouth. He hit it on the fall. 4-pounder, little chunker. That's a heavy 4 right there. Beautiful. We're going under, man. Now we're talking. In case you didn't know, that helped. We need to get a couple more of them. Keep it going. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. hat on. I don't know what's going on. Everywhere. There you are. That's the kind of clothes we need. There he is. That'll help. Trailer hook. .70. I feel like we put it all out there. I feel fortunate. I think we made some good decisions throughout the day. I tried a bunch of different stuff. The weather kind of changed throughout the day. I didn't expect it to get, you know, bluebird and sunny. So at least some of the things that we tried worked. I think we got at least 16 pounds, hopefully a little bit more. Yeah, only 3 pounds over Cox. I mean, who knows what that guy caught? I mean, anybody really in the top 10 could catch a mega bag. But if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And if not, we made a good run at it.
Pounds. Bob, come on up here. One of these guys, 58 pounds, 3 ounces, looking for 15 pounds, 14 ounces, 17 pounds and an ounce. 17-1 with 75 pounds, 4 ounces. John Cruz is a 2-time Bassmaster Elite Series champion. Cruz controls the St. John's River and becomes a 2-time Bassmaster Elite Series champion. Woo!
Marathon Peak Performance.
Good one. Barely hooked. Stay down. That's what we need. Stay with me. God! Woo! Son of a gun, look at that. I'm talking about skin hooked. Shaking like a leaf. I don't get tore up. That right there will tear you up. Here we are at the end of the second day here at Bassmaster Elite on Harris Chain. You know, today was a slower day for me. I didn't catch near as many fish. I got on something a little extra today that may produce later in the week. We caught some on moving baits, caught some dragging today. It just took a little bit of everything to get our limit today, but stay tuned. It's gonna be a great show. We're gonna catch them tomorrow.
And Buddy Gross is your brand new leader. He is good, dude. But he's the only guy ahead of you right now, buddy. How you feeling here at halfway point of this tournament?
I mean, you got this group of anglers like this behind you, you're never safe, you know, and I've been having to struggle to get the limit yesterday, so we're just gonna go fishing and see what happens.
It's gonna be a lot of fun to watch. We're gonna see you all day long on Bassmaster Live.
So Point is disappointing me. 2 days in a row. Making up. I'm sorry, Point, I'll take it all back. Thank you, bro. There's one. Thank you, Lord. You know, they ain't big, but we gotta start somewhere. Thank you, Lord. That's a big one, and I barely got it hooked. I'm gonna try it. I shouldn't have boat flipped it, but I just did heck with it. Oh, we ain't done that yet. Hey, we got 4 more. Huh? Yeah, good one with that. Number 5, Scotch Burr tackle. 5 fish. That's a limit. Look at this. They ain't even black off yet. I'm gonna tell you something about this place right here, and I mean it's the bottom. I had this place marked 3 years ago because I thought there'd be fish on it because it drops off right here and the shell beds on it. I've never caught a fish here till this tournament. Not even in practice did I ever catch a fish here, just till this tournament. That's pretty sweet right there. They're schooling. That joker loses that thing, he's gonna be lightweight. Eating. Fat little dude. Steelgrass though. That's what I tore up whenever that fish hit it. It got down in it and I could feel it ripping it up. But the good thing is, you see how crispy and green it is? Most of it on the lake right now is like that other color. So it's got the moss, the black. As long as it's that good crispy green, they love it. Feels like a decent one. I don't know if it'll call or not. Made a small cull. Thank you, Lord. Very small cull, just ounces. We made the top 10 right where I want to be. I got all these guys right where I want them. Now we got to catch them. I like being a little bit behind. It pushes me harder. I feel good about today. I think they might be in trouble. We're not sure if Buddy Gross went fishing this morning because we haven't heard a word. And I got my mind set on about 30. That's our goal today. If we run into them, it don't take long. It's a good one, I think. That ain't 4, but I'll take it. Maybe, come here. Ho, 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 it's a good start. Right where I told you they was, though, they're just on the break. Thank you, Lord. It's the first one on the Carolina rig this week. Hopefully it puts some fish in the boat. That new Z-worm is a bad dude. Z-crawl worm. What's your butt in this boat? That's pretty good. Little chunk. Thank you, Lord. Hang on. Just want you to ride for a minute. Whoa! Lord, we're gonna put her on the big side. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Thank you, Lord. I tear up my line with a Carolina rig all the time. I tried something new. I put a new little bobber on this thing to try to keep it from tearing my line up. And I think I fixed it because it's not tearing it up. This is something new right here. See, I'm telling you, they're doing something weird. See, it's on the outside. It's like double bumping. I don't know if I'm running into them and they're running my line. That's something weird going on right there now. See how that thing's, that's some weird stuff right there. Thank you, Lord. I just want to see what'll happen. I know I'm getting bit. Everybody's gonna think, what's he done? But I'd much rather catch him on that thing right there. Telling you, there's some big ones that's hanging over here to the right and I can't get bit over there. 20, 40, 60, they're 80 feet away, but they're just going left and right. They're going right down this breaker. They're swimming, they're not sitting still. So that's a pretty good size one right there, but they're all moving. That white dot right there, is, see how it moved over here this time? Boat's not moving. That's how many they're just coming through. Uh-oh. God. Thank you, Lord. That was on a Texas rig. My Carolina rig is just a 3/4 ounce weight with a 5/0 owner hook. And I'm putting some little rubber stops on the top side of my Carolina rig to keep it from chafing my line. And it seems to be working because I break a lot of fish off Carolina rig. I always have all my life. Or a bobber stop or anything down there below it, and it keeps me from messing my line up so bad. Best thing you can do with your hook, any hook you pick out, just make sure where your line tie is, it's not even with your needle points. You need it to be halfway in and you just get a better hook up. Won't you look? I told you that eat that swim bait and I knew it'd be a bigger one. Thank you, Lord. Them boys better catch them today because that's a good fish and we just put one bigger in the box, boys. My swim bait addiction started with old, just deep fishing. I mean, it's always a heavy weight, big head, deep. And you set the hook on them deep ones and the rod don't give and you just, I mean, growing up on Chickamauga and Gunnersville, I had got to catch a lot of big fish in my life. But the funnest bite is a swim bait bite. If I don't catch another one, you done a good job, Bubba. I hope it's got it good, because it might coil. Wait, hold up. I ain't sure how to get you. Hold up. Just don't get it in me. Whoop. Lord mercy. Guys, we still ain't done a whole lot of moving. We're just kind of going up and down this break. I'm still seeing some fish. We ain't caught one in about 15 minutes. We're still catching some 3.5s. I'm just gonna give it a little bit longer. Golly. Thank you, Lord. Golly, that's about dead heat. We can just catch this one big one I feel real good about today. It ain't gotta be a real big one. I mean, we got a solid bag, just need a good one. Golly bum. I think that was a pretty good fish. I couldn't even reel him. Not what you want to do on the last day of a Bassmaster Elite event. I'd like to win, I ain't gonna lie. Them blue trophies is hard to come by. It wasn't playing, it seen it, it wanted it, it left with it. I know that one's bigger. Surely that one's bigger. Oh. 390. That's a good fish, guys. All we gotta do is have one of them 3-pounders turn into a 6-pounder. I might do a break dance right here for you. I used to do the windmill, been a long time. A little warmer, I could do a backflip off here though, for sure. I wouldn't even try it. I don't think I do the worm no more. You're just trying to make goals. And when you set it, when you get to the next goal, you gotta go to the next one. You know, you just gotta keep on making goals. And, I mean, I hope I go in and I've won and I've said, well, I can't believe I stressed out, but you just never know in this game. You just never know. I don't think what I've got's enough to win. I was 3 pounds behind. That means nobody caught 20 pounds that was ahead of me. I find that hard to believe if that didn't happen. I tried, bub. Lord, I thank you for a great day, a great week, a great tournament.
Let's bring out our champion, ladies and gentlemen, a 2-time Bassmaster Elite Series champion, Buddy Gross. A big week for Team Gross as Buddy Gross becomes a 2-time Bassmaster Elite Series champion.
Marathon Peak Performance.
Here he comes, Jason Christie!
A lifetime of time on the water. A lifetime of watching, learning, doing, of making mistakes.
I didn't ask for none of that, he just blurted it out.
And figuring things out. A lifetime of pressing the issue, asking questions, questioning yourself.
No! No!
Then, somehow, you get in. You make it here to the World Championship. Fishing for the ultimate prize. So, 3 days to do it, starting right now. Every day is crucial, with so much on the line. We are ready to roll with day one.
You know, the difference in this event than the last classic here is just that, you know, I came in as, you know, kind of under the radar, and not so much in this event. You know, I see people at the convenience store, people in the neighborhood that I'm staying at, and honestly, I feel like this is like a second Grand Lake. I mean, you know, there's going to be a lot of high expectations from people for me at this event. There's a lot of high expectations from myself.
Look at the bank behind me, look at the people out here. That's why I came back. I mean, this right here, this feeling, that's why I came back. And I've missed it. So glad to be back and excited to go fishing. You know, this is all of the talk about favorites, all the talk about underdogs, all the talk about this, that. It's over in 5 minutes because at 7 o'clock, it's between 55 guys and the fish. Somebody's gonna win. Hopefully it's us.
You have the Elite Series, and then you have the Classic. I mean, you can win 3 or 4 events in the Elite Series, and yeah, people are going to remember that for a year or 2 or 3. But when you win the Classic, I mean, it's just, I mean, you're etched in stone forever. And Classics, a very hard event to win for a lot of reasons, you know, and I really think the guy who wins the Classic or the past winners, you just have to fish off gut. Yeah, it's a big event. It's the biggest event. You know, I've fished a lot of events in my career, all different kinds, and I've won, you know, all different kinds. I've led, I think, every event from every trail. You know, I wanted to do good for myself, but this Classic, it's not, you know, it's not for me. It's for all of those people that, family, you know, it's for them because they're the ones that, you know, after I lost the last time in the fashion that I lost, you know, they're the ones that reached out and you know, it'll happen next time, and it's just a different event. I know for me, you know, the similarities between Hartwell and Grand, you know, is kind of the reservoir lake style fishing. I mean, Hartwell and Grand are so pattern oriented. I mean, you can get on a pattern and run it. And that's one of the things that I love about this event being here is no matter how your practice goes, no matter how your first day, you know, your morning goes, if you get dialed in at something 10, 11 o'clock, I mean, you can just run it. I mean, this pocket's not better than that pocket. That creek's typically not better than this creek, but if you get on something, you can take it and just run it. And I think a lot of guys, you know, Hackney, you know, the list, me, you just, once you get the pieces, you can take off. And I like it in the fact that it's big. Everybody can fish their strengths. I mean, we got dirty water, we got clear water. There's gonna be fish caught shallow, there's gonna be fish caught deep. You can do what you're most comfortable doing, and there's a lot of water to be fished.
Well, I came back right here. This will cry. Live scope. Cast it. Cast it on his nose, dude. They're swimming everywhere. And I like, it's weird, like some of them commit, some of them won't commit. Like I just want to freaking punch somebody in the mouth right now. Myself. Dude, he was on the bottom in 20, and like when it landed, he started. That's one less bite we got to get shallow. Dude, fighting him with the spinning rod is just, to me, is like, I just want to like, pull him on in. Now we can calm down and fish.
I wanted to catch some fish just to kind of get everything rolling, you know, and calm down a little bit. And I was expecting just to catch a limit, and I catch my biggest fish of the day. And I usually not one to show emotion much, but it felt good. And honestly, when I caught that one, I was just like, you know, these guys better watch out because I haven't even started doing my deal yet. And it just felt good, you know, to get everything rolling and get back in the routine.
People I don't want to watch. This is what I'm looking at. Right there. We're just river hunting in a parking lot. You know, I wanted to, even though this is my, I don't know, 8th classic, 9th classic, I don't even know what it is anymore, but you still get those morning nerves, you know, and I just wanted a place that I could get me some fish and potentially, I mean, I didn't come in here to try to catch a limit. I came in here because I thought I, you know, possibly could get 2 or 3 good ones, but just get some fish. I don't want to go to that shallow stuff too early. They haven't fully committed to the backs yet. Just a new practice day, so we got to catch them. That's a school of. I caught one in practice. it's gizzard shad, and they are like twice as big as your hand. So they can fool you a little. There's just not any fish back here in the back. Big one.
I mean, I feel like for me to win, I have to make the dock deal work. The dirty water is just not, there's just too many people spinning around in that stuff, and I gotta be by myself. And I know that fishing docks, I'm not by myself, but you know, I can run around and kind of see and watch and stuff like that, but you know, I know that there is a 20 to 25 pound bag to be caught on the boathouses, and it's timing. And today I just really never got in a groove. It's hard to get in a groove when you go an hour without a bite and then you catch 2 off the same dock, and then you go an hour and a half without a bite and you catch 3 off of the same dock. It's just hard to get in a groove.
Thanks, buddy.
I kept fishing, you know, too much stuff rather than staying on the deal. And you know, at the end of the day, I pulled up to a dock, caught 2, and that's what I'm all in. That's the only way I feel like I can win the event. I'm still a little confused on what they're doing. I mean, where the big ones are. I mean, these fish are grouped to size on these docks. So if you get on a dock that's got, you know, you catch a 4-pounder, chances are you're gonna catch a couple more around there, or a 5-pounder, but I just never hit that group today. But like I said, I probably fished 10% of the right kind of stuff that I wanted to fish today. So I want to get in that 80, 90, 100% tomorrow. And like I said, I'm here to win, and that's the only way that I believe that I can win.
Probably knowing these fish at the dam. There's one laying right over there, 2 of them. See them? Underneath those chairs. That's what was going on, but how many docks we fish? And we catch 2 off the same one. That'll help, won't he? Yeah, that'll help. Using a 1/2 ounce War Eagle Gia Jigsaw jig with a Yum craw chunk on the back. It's pretty heavy. I want it to fall fast. That way they don't get a good look at it. We're about done. Just never got that great big bite that I expected to get. We got a lot of bites, or not a lot, but a good many bites, just not one of those big ones. Maybe tomorrow we'll catch 5 of them big ones.
How about it, everybody, for Jason Christie?
17 pounds and an ounce. He moves inside the top 10 in 6th place currently. Let's hear it for Team Yamaha's Jason Christie.
This right here is what gets the nerves going. When they call your name and you look up on the side of that hill.
Next time, Bassmaster Winner, one of the most feared names in professional bass fishing, from Hartwell, Oklahoma, Jason Christie.
I don't go in with a lot of thinking. I go in, you know, 2 or 3, 4 good things that I'm good at, and I want to find them doing that. And if I can find them, you know, locked in, don't think about anything else. You know, try to target big ones all the time, because at no point during the event do you ever think, hey, I just need to go catch a limit. So I love this time of year. I mean, this pre-spawn, you know, moving up, that's my favorite time of the year.
But after seeing what I saw shallow yesterday, I just need to hang out a little more in here than I've been. Gotcha, buddy. It's a fat one up there, baby. I'm so thankful that I have that area to start off, and I almost didn't even go there the first day, you know, just I have an area where I can roll in and catch some fish, and there's a lot of fish swimming around there. There's, you know, more little ones than big ones, but it just calms me down. And then after that, you know, once the sun gets up and the afternoon rolls in, I can run around and try to catch a couple, you know, real big ones off of the flipping docks. Everybody's throwing swim baits. Everybody's throwing. There's a new little bait, just we don't even have a name for it yet. Yum bait, 3.5 inches, just a slick body. And what I'm able to do on live scope is keep it right above their nose. You know, no paddle tail or anything, but I've got two, you know, okay fish. They're swimming around. I just got to get one of them big ones out of here. Really just kind of skirting around, looking. The problem is once you make a cast, once they see your bait in the morning, or you catch one out of a school, it's a lot less likely. It's better chances to move on and find new fish. Oh, don't do that. Got him. We got a lot better start than we did yesterday. You know what I mean? Because we got some good ones, but now we just need two or three big ones. You know, you're having a boxing match, but you're not only boxing, you know, you have all the people watching, and there's variables out there. I mean, in this event, there are so many variables that affect the outcome of the event.
Gosh, dang it!
You know, one of the fish I caught, one of the fish I weighed, the big ones, 32 foot deep. Another one, 6 inches deep. they're all over the place, and you know, that's one of the reasons I came back to this, is you only have to catch 5. I don't think that I'm the best fisherman ever, because I don't catch a lot of fish, but I got a hold of 5 good ones today. And I was saying yesterday I lost one, but I caught her today. 3 chances and I finally got him. Well, we're in day 2. Fishing was a lot tougher. I mean, a lot tougher. We didn't get but 4 or 5 dock bites, but we got 2 of the right ones. You know, I don't know how it's gonna shake out as far as today, but I feel like we're gonna have a shot. You know, one of those magic third days, go out and catch a big bag, and we have a shot. Like I said, I have no idea what everybody else caught. We might be in 20th place, but I kind of feel like we're gonna have a shot come tomorrow.
Boom shakalaka, giant bass. The bombs keep dropping, and Lee Livesay with 33 pounds, 6 ounces. He is Stone Cold Kyle Welcher, a brand new Academy Daily leader. And man, look at that leaderboard, a 2-way tie at the top between Jason Christie and Stone Cold Kyle Welcher. 36 pounds, 7 ounces. and a two-way tie for the lead. Once again, another Academy daily leader.
Jason, Christie's been in this situation before, twice going out on the final day of the Bassmaster Classic. It didn't go your way. I know that first time Edwin beat you. That's a 30-pound bag, but I know you've lamented that thought of being here that last time. What can you learn from history?
You know, the last time the conditions changed and I just had a tougher time fishing. I actually, when I got in the boat this morning, I deleted the waypoints on my Garmin. I looked at Google last night, kind of looked at what I want to fish. I'm just going to play the conditions, go fishing, and I have been in this position twice, and I've lost it. But how many guys have not been in this position? The spinning rods carried me, and what was funny is the first day I almost didn't even start there. I almost just kind of committed shallow because I felt like that would give me the best chance to win. But there's just not that many fish shallow.
Co-leaders, ladies and gentlemen, a six-time Bassmaster winner from Park Hill, Oklahoma, Jason Christie. And right beside him, a two-time classic qualifier.
Dude, I'm honestly pretty calm. I mean, like, getting up there in front of those people, you know, is a different deal, but I'm good. You know, even driving there, I still didn't have the, you know, the vibe, but I've kind of forgotten that the vibe starts whenever you pull up and you see all of those people on the bank and everybody yelling and cheering and just everybody going crazy, you know, and that's what gets me going, and that's the reason I'm back. Man, it's just a lucky drain, you know. It's been lucky so far. It's got a little bit of everything. It's got some deep waters. It had a lot of bait in it, and then they kind of, you know, I can fish up there shallow too, where they're chasing. So I think I'm trying to fish where they live, and then also where they eat. I don't have any idea. Come here. Got you. We will start the class like that. Golly, can't even talk. I do have unfinished business, but I'm not the kind of person that's going to get up there and you know, tell everybody that. You know, deep down in my gut, I mean, there's one reason that I'm here, and it's for that trophy that's in the next room. Like, they lay right against the bottom. I'm just trying to fish before I start looking, because if I look, you know, these bigger ones seem to be right in the center. If I start looking, I start casting at ones I can see, and I think the bigger ones are right out here in the middle. Just grabbed a dark bait. I thought I had a bite on that last cast when I was reeling it in, bit my tail off. The bait seems to be more out here, and there's not as much bait, but there is some. There was hundreds in here yesterday, and I've literally seen maybe 10, and the problem is they're like that one. They're all singles, and it's hard to get them to eat, but they're gone. I mean, like everything, 300 yards. We're gonna fish this little ditch right here, back out where I caught that first one, and then just gonna go fishing. I mean, it's the third day of the Classic. You wouldn't expect anything any different, would you? Something's gonna change, at least for me. You know, the first day is crazy. The second day is crazier than that, and the third day of the Classic is just, I mean, the emotions are so high. But they're just not grouped up, and there's just not that many fish in here like there has been. And it's weird, something different happened last night, because there's leaves and trash everywhere. It's like they ran a bunch of current last night. I sure would think, though, if they would all, if they're gonna come out of here, they would hold up right here where this ditch is. Boy, you would think a dock this big would have multiple fish on it. Well, my flipping's a lot better today. Right there, I'm gonna go ahead and fish these last two. But like it's the shallowest ones. You know, and it doesn't matter really if it's in a pocket. Like that one yesterday, the bigger one come on the main lake. This has to be shallow. Shallower the better. These ones that don't have a walkway or a float underneath that walkway kind of lets them, these real shallow ones, they can kind of be anywhere. Take a lot longer to fish. The jig I used yesterday, I had T-boned a bunch of docks with it, and I knocked a big chunk of lead off of it. Just putting one on, brand new one. As long as we don't hit 150 docks, we'll be all right the rest of the day. You know? That get a little more stealthy. There's a 5-pound or 4-pounder. This dock right here is there goes another one. Like it's got it's like the last deep dock, and they hold here, but they get up on them shallow ones back there, I think, and feed and stuff. Sometimes you just catch one and you just get excited. Not that I peed on myself, but it's a fat one. Dude, just gotta stay with it. Just gotta stay with it. As soon as you think that I ain't doing the right deal, you get a bite. And here's the thing, for the people watching. The right fish live under this stuff. I've seen them, caught them. It's just a matter of getting them, getting bites and getting them in a boat. I did not know that was, I was swimming it and it just started going the wrong way. We're like, I'm 2 swings of the rod, you know, two 5 or 6 pounders away from having a chance. And that's, like I said, I can go fish deep and not have that much confidence, or I can stay locked in and just to know that if I get that 1 bite or 2 bites or 3 bites, they could be the right ones. I wasn't gonna fish this other side, but like I said, sometimes there's more than one. For me to get bit, I have to make them react. And to make them react, they gotta be shallow. Stay on there. Do that guy, I know. That, we missed. Dude, that helps. And what makes me feel good is that I pulled in and I'm like, dude, it's the wrong kind of stuff. But that's just what they want, the shallowest thing. It doesn't matter if it's deep, it doesn't matter if it's, the shallow stuff, they want that, but it doesn't matter if the pocket's deep. If I fish something new, you just fish it with a fresh mind. I thought he was real big for a second. And you have to have as many chances. There's some guys that come in here and they fish 1 and they win it, or 2.
You know, it's just their turn. But I figure the more chances you get, the better, you know, the odds are, and for you to win or for me to win, and that's why I came back. You know, that's the one thing. You know, you put the family aside. That's the most important thing right now, is to get that trophy. You know, if it doesn't happen at the end of this event, you know, Monday morning, that's going to be the goal for next year, is to get back in the Classic and then try to win it. And if I do that enough, you know, I deep down believe that it'll eventually happen. One of the good things about losing a couple of Classics is it's just going to make it that much better when it does happen. I mean, they will have to carry me off the stage. Well, I think I finished 7 Classics. I have fished 7 Classics, and I've led, what, 4 or 5 days. I've led a lot of days except for the last day, but whenever you lose, I mean, you're the guy on stage, and there's another guy beside you, and that guy wins, and you watch his life change and his dreams come true, and then you're just, you know, you're that guy that lost. You know, it kills you. I mean, it killed me. I mean, there's a lot of times sitting in a deer stand. There's a lot of times in the middle of the night I wake up, it's the first thing I think about. But at the end of the day, it's made me a better angler, and it's made me a better person. Because I do know that it will happen, for sure. When it's going to happen, I don't know. That's out of my hands. But when it does happen, I mean, it's going to be, it's all those second place finishes. You know, it's going to make it that much better.
Dude, here's the thing. Like, I fished the way I wanted to fish all week. The deep hole gave me way more than I thought it was going to. It didn't fire today. I didn't lose a fish all week that mattered. I can't do anything else. I mean, these guys are damn good, and that's all I can do. I mean, just go fishing and hopefully you fish clean. That's all I can do.
And it all comes down to this.
Yes, it does. And here he is. Make him welcome from Hartwell, Oklahoma, Christie.
No second. I mean, no seconds. No thirds, no fourths, just first.
36 pounds, 7 ounces coming into today. He needs 17.5 to win this title. 5 fish, all alive. 17 pounds, 9 ounces. And finally, Christie conquers the Classic. Jason Christie finally conquers the Bassmaster Classic.
You know, the first thing that comes to mind is my kids. They're not here. They're watching. I told everybody losing the 2 ways, the 3 ways that I've lost is going to make it that much special whenever I did win. You know, my family shows up, my parents, my future family's here, and I'll tell you this, when I came through that door, I thought I'd lost it again. Today was a rough day, but I am the most stubborn person in the world, and I'm going to do it my way, and that's what's happened. And you guys around the lake, you guys here, we don't make professional bass fishing. We don't make Bassmaster. You guys make Bassmaster.
You've been waiting a long time for this. I'm going to welcome Hank Cherry, our defending champion, out to do the handoff. We started with 55. 25 went out today, and now there is one. Finally, Christie conquers the Classic. Your 2022 Academy Sport and Outdoor Bassmaster Classic champion, Jason Christie. Team Christie conquers the Classic time after time. The Bassmaster Classic eluded him, but no more. There's a lot of shiny trophies to win in this sport, but there is one title for the rest of his life. Jason Christie is a Bassmaster Classic champion.
Marathon Peak Performance.
31 pounds, 13 ounces. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen, your tournament leader, and that right there is a VMC Monster Bag of the Day.
Hey guys, it's Drew Cook. We just got done weighing in 31-13 from day one here at Santee Cooper, and caught them all sight fishing off bed with a big bite fighting frog, my favorite way to do it, my favorite bait. Looking forward to getting back out there tomorrow. Hopefully the weather stays good, and both days I've actually marked a bunch of males, 3 to 4 pound range, for whenever I need to actually fill a limit or catch 20 pounds. Maybe that if that female will get up there now. Not the right one.
So really break down what happened right there. Drew Cook catching a male, and that female setting up on that bed right after he caught the male. That's perfection as far as sight fishing goes.
Got her, son. 7 pounder. Let's go. Freaking fighting frog doing his job, son. Tilapia Magic fighting frog, 22 pound sunline shooter. 4-aught Gamakatsu G Finesse, heavy cover hook, 1/4 ounce weight. I don't even think I'm gonna be able to rig it. Amazing what a 7 pounder will do to you. When that quits, I'll quit. I'll be done fishing when that right there stops. What the heck? Smoked it, you see that? Dude. You're seeing it, aren't you? Got her. So I had seen that fish up there earlier. Obviously it could see me. So that time whenever I came around, I was probably 20 yards away, and I eased up a little bit closer, but still not very close. I couldn't see, and just blind pitching in there, and I shook it, stopped it, and that's when she actually ate it and started swimming off with it. The first day of practice, I actually went fishing because it was 22 degrees that morning, so I just wanted to kind of have a something to go to get some bites if I needed to during the week. And so I spent my whole day up north on the lake, throwing a chatterbait and a swim jig and spinnerbait around, and actually had more bites than I expected to get with it being that cold, but I think the fish were just wanting to get up shallow so much they were, up there. My area that I had, it kind of had a few more people in it than I did on day one. So that kind of spread the fish out a little bit, or not really spread the fish out, but if you had, 30 pounds in there and another 20 pound limit, both people catch 22 pounds, everything just gets divided up. But I still feel like there's more fish moving, coming to the bank. Did you see it? He ate it. It's like I'm waiting until he gets up in there at my bait. And then I'm gonna shake it. There's actually 2 of them over there.
Just like that.
Wow.
And number 5.
But I still feel like there's more fish moving, coming to the bank. And, you know, the weather's still setting up good. It's gonna be, you know, sunny, and I mean, I think the wind's supposed to blow a little bit tomorrow, but the sun is the main deal. It's gonna be a little bit harder to see, but, you know, and I think if, you know, for whatever reason, I don't have many fish left in that area, I still have a whole nother area on the other side of the lake that I haven't been to yet. And even in this one creek, you know, I've still got a couple areas that I've been to, but not seen anything that I needed to catch.
I got that sucker.
If it does not work out in my main area, then I'm just gonna put the trolling motor on 100 and try to catch 20 pounds or
Got her.
If I catch 20 pounds and I get beat, I will shake somebody's hand and congratulate them and just know it wasn't supposed to happen.
Got her. If it's gonna be one of them weeks, let's have one of them damn weeks.
All right, guys, day number 3 here at Santee Cooper. You know, we had a weather postponement yesterday, so we didn't get out on the water. So we got 2 more days to go. You know, hopefully we can go out there today and do what we've done the first 2 days and sight fish. It looks like the wind's gonna be blowing a little bit more than we've had so far. So we're gonna go out there. We got one good one that I lost at the end of the day on day 2. We're gonna start there, kind of mill around, and then just hit the bank and look for the 5 biggest ones we can catch. Hopefully we can get another one of those 25-pound bags and keep the ball rolling into Championship Monday. Still have a lead. That's nice, but that really doesn't mean anything on Santee Cooper. This place has got a bajillion 4-pounders, and you know, that's one swing of the bat, or you know, there's so many 8-pounders, somebody catches an 8-pounder. But it's still a lead, and I'm glad we have it. You want to have more weight than anybody, so we're gonna shoot for 30 and, you know, kind of shut the door on it. Got her to bite the first time she was off the bed.
Yes! Yes! Why would I boat swing something like that? But give me freaking knuckles. God. Oh. Hey. The male is actually on bed way closer than I thought. And whenever I first started messing with the female, she was further away. And then the male got comfortable enough with us there and moved back onto the bed. I was able to fire him up within like 2 pitches, and then she finally came onto the bed. And right then, she swam into the bed and my bait was on the other side. I hopped it one time real quick, and it went right in front of her face, and she nosed down on it. And that's whenever I shook the rod and she sucked it in, and I let her swim a little bit that time. But I don't know how I didn't get it. Good bite it. Number 2. And that's the male. I really need to get around the corner over there to where those 2 good males are before Corey catches them too. Those other 2 that I saw were substantially larger than that one. I know for a fact I threw right there 2 times, one with a wacky rig and one with the fighting frog this morning. Why couldn't that fish just bit it this morning? We could have just been, you know, on our way. Runner. Nope, got the male. Dadgummit. Dang it. I can't, dude. I might be throwing this one back. Well, see if she'll pull up. I don't know, that's why I picked up the big fighting frog and flipped it in there. I had the big one, the first flip that I made in there, the big one rolled on it. She kind of disappeared. I think I see her right now, actually. Go back. And of catching the female on like the next flip. It all depends on what stage of the spawn they're in. If they've already laid eggs, she'll protect the bed. If not, a lot of times she'll just leave. This is the first good look I've got at her. That was 100% the right call. Whenever you catch the male, there's a 50-50 chance that you can catch the female on like the next flip. If they've already laid eggs, that female will get up there and protect the bed. If not, the female will just leave. So I let the 2.5 pounder go back to the bed, and there's actually 2 females on this bed. One of them is a golly whopper, and the other one's a big one. Hopefully it works out and we made the right call. Dude, I've got like a freaking golf ball in my throat right now. I'm shaking uncontrollably. I want it like white on rice, dude. She had it. Oh, she had it. She had it, she had it, she had it, she had it. Surely that little male ain't gonna bite it again. Yeah, she has gotten a lot less interested. Oh my God. Yes. That's not even the big one. Yes. Oh. Yes. Ah. Dude, give me some freaking love. 7 pounder. Seven pounder. Look at that thing. Old Santee Cooper, stud. I had 4, threw back that male, and it could have been that big one was, you know, maybe just kind of floating around, and just happened to be, you know, in the area whenever we first got here. So if it wants to be dumb, we will I've caught every bass but one that I've weighed in on a Big Bite Baits 4-inch fighting frog and tilapia magic. That is my go-to bed fishing bait. I have made an ungodly amount of money with that bait, and it's the perfect bait and the perfect color for bed fishing, in my personal opinion. Whenever that bait's sitting down there shaking, you can look at it with your eyes, looking in the bed, and you'll just see a ray of light come by. Whenever it hits that sparkle just right, it's just shooting, you know, rays of light out, and that's one thing that I feel like really, you know, I'm not gonna say you can't catch them on something else, you obviously can, but I feel like I can catch them quicker with that bait and be more efficient in a sight fishing tournament because of that bait. This week it's been 100% my sunglasses, and these are Leupold Packouts in the amber lens, and that's been, I mean, I've relied on my eyes all week long. Being able to see them far away has been the key that I feel like. I've fished around a lot of boats all week. Being able to see them further away and being able to fish for them further away than most other people, I feel like really gave me a competitive advantage. I told you if he would just let it go, then one of the females will eat it. There's gonna be some big bags caught today. We need to be one of those people. Dude, I mean, he's biting at every freaking cast. No, she didn't bite it. She acted like she bit it. She was doing good then though. She was staying up there, like locked down. I mean, dude, he will not let it freaking budge.
male.
Wow.
Oh gosh, you see my line just swimming off? No, I don't care. I don't need to see crap. This was like the freaking second day of practice. Remember, because we had a freaking off day. I mean, as of right now, we've gave up some ground. Because of the amount of new fish that moved up, I know I gave some back today. I also didn't just catch 18 pounds or something like that, so I mean, I did my job, but it wasn't from, you know, I caught everything I saw except for one. So that's what killed us today was the wind. I know you saw whenever I was fishing for that last big one, if my boat wouldn't have been swaying back and forth from the wind, I believe I could have caught her before I caught the male.
5 fish looking for 19-14 to take the lead. 24-3, and with 80 pounds, 12 ounces, Drew Cook is in the lead.
We have a lead, but it doesn't mean anything here. We got to catch a 30-pound bag. So if we can do that, then, you know, if I get beat, I'll shake somebody's hand, but, you know, we're going to go out there and see what we can do. The game plan is to catch a dirty 30. I've got one to start on, and I've got a line up on her, so if I can catch her in the morning and, you know, kind of get the ball rolling, then, you know, who knows what could happen. Hopefully get her to bite, and then we're gonna have to, you know, we'll look around in here, but I think we're probably gonna have to, you know, kind of get out of here. I mean, we have seen this thing. It's had a lot of help too. Probably gonna have to change areas. Probably gonna have to move. It's just been beat so bad there where we are from, you know, tournament guys. There's been a couple of us sharing and the locals, so we're gonna have to make some adjustments and hopefully we'll make the right ones. Oh, yes! That's how you start the frickin' day. That's how you start the frickin' day. Dude, we caught one before 10 o'clock. Oh, 5.5. I don't know if that's the fish that was on the bed over there. Cause dude, I feel like I was like 10 or 15, you know, feet away from the bed on both of the bites that I had. This is a heck of a way to start the morning. I would have liked to have had her yesterday afternoon, but I think having her this morning, I believe that was a blessing in disguise. Dang, I like those. Freaking first flippers. 2 3/4. Not gonna be one we want to weigh in, but it is number 2. I mean, dude, that thing, it swam off the bed whenever we pulled up. I flipped it in there. When it swam into the bed, I shook it, swam right over there and ate it. I like those. Oh gosh. I couldn't see anything. I don't think he actually bit it. I think it might have just got hung on him or something. God, I should feel him bite it. Oh gosh. Gosh dang it, he had it, but I couldn't see. Now you're getting all freaking weird again. Don't do that. We've come so far. Couldn't tell if one was on there, but...
half pounder. That's all we can do. Male. 3 pounder. I need something to go in that thing. So the bed that I'm fishing right now, I can't see. I can never see that fish. I had one of them bite it like 3 or 4 times. And there's something in there, it's like a root, and it's at an angle. Whenever you pull tight on it, your stuff moves it. It's like once trying to swim off with your bait, and I left it. Oh man, I finally got a freaking lucky bite. Finally got a lucky bite. That's the belt, baby. Dude, I almost couldn't even believe I had a freaking bite just throwing it. There's freaking bass swimming everywhere. I mean, there's a 7, there's another one, there's a 5. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to catch it, any of these. Well, there's another one swimming up to my bait now. They're all freaking big too, dude. Dude, there's bass everywhere, big ones, right here. There's like 5, but they're all just swimming around. Got it. Yes! God, what a stud. Oh. Holy cow. That one's a 7-12. I mean, we got a shot now. Freaking got her, dude. That's why we do this, and it's a dream that I've had for, years, since I was a little boy, and to be able to do it how I love doing it is even better. All my buddies at home always joked, said, oh, the first tournament you're gonna win is gonna be a smallmouth tournament, a spinning rod. Well, no, if we win this one, it's gonna be with a meat stick and some big string. So, I don't care how they come, it doesn't matter, but and I really just want to get that win. I want it so bad, it's not even funny. We'll find out here in a few short minutes if it's enough or not. I feel like it's got to be just the way it happened. We'll see.
Time Classic qualifier, trying to go wire to wire. Get loud for Drew Cook. 24 pounds, 9 ounces. 105 pounds and 5 ounces. The competition gets cooked. A wire-to-wire victory.
I don't even know what to say, dude. I feel like my heart's literally about to come out.
Let's make it official, ladies and gentlemen. Wire-to-wire domination. He's an Elite Series champion, ladies and gentlemen. One more time, let's hear it for him. Your guaranteed rate, Bassmaster Elite Series champion, Drew Cook.
Well, obviously on Chick, you always want to just catch as much as you can catch. 20 is kind of the bar there. Anything over that, kind of keeps you up there in the top. I was pretty disappointed, honestly, the first day. I just never had that big bite. But I kind of dabbled around a little bit in a lot of the stuff that I was fishing. And the first day was where I learned a lot. Fishing for spawners, you're gonna have some that don't connect. And I have a rule that I never follow up with the same bait. So I would pick up a jig and catch those fish. I mean, it was the same setup as the Classic. You know, the Jason Christie pitch and stick from Falcon, Lou's skipping pitch and reel, 22-pound sunline, spinnerbait setup, Falcon head turner, Lou's hyper mag, half-ounce covert, single Colorado, chartreuse white and blue with a Yum swimming dinger white on the back. And that is, both of those setups are setups that if we go anywhere in the country, like those are the first two that's gonna start on the deck of the boat. A couple of fish the third day and a few fish, or most of my fish the last day on a bladed jig. And the only reason that I felt like I needed to make that switch is a lot of the water had started to clear up and I needed to move the bait a little bit faster. And what the problem was is I wanted to go to a square bill, but there's just so much trash on the bottom and it was picking up trash, so I had to go to that bladed jig, and it was the same setup as the spinnerbait. You know, and I just don't know how today is gonna go. You know, it's getting colder, the water temperature I'm sure has dropped 3 or 4 degrees, supposed to spit snow this morning. I really don't know how the fishing's gonna be. The only good thing that I've noticed is the water is still coming up, and I feel like with that water coming up, it's gonna get those fish, you know, coming to the bank a little more. But I would love to get into that Sunday cut and have a chance to win. You know, be within 2-3 pounds of the leader, and then go out on Sunday, hopefully, and catch a big bag. But we got to worry about Saturday before we can worry about Sunday. I got him yet. I got him that time. Dude, he freaking smoked it. I mean, smoked it. I don't think we're gonna have to put a cull tag on him. We're just patiently waiting. I think the fishing's so much more better when that wind blows, especially when it's cold like this. I don't want to be greedy at all. You know, if I never win another event, I've had a great career. I've won more trophies than I probably deserve. But, you know, it's kind of in a hillbilly way. You know, I've eaten top sirloin for a long time, and I got to taste prime rib. And whenever you taste it, you want more and you want more. Do I have more to fish for? Absolutely. I have, you know, number 9, number 2. You know, there was another bay that had just a little pocket in it, and it had 4 or 5 isolated targets, and then there was a rock point. And I'd had a bite in there that I felt like was decent in practice, along with some keepers, you know. But I thought, okay, I can fish that. Hopefully it'll help me a little bit. It'll help. And I literally pull in, put the poles down, make a cast across the rock point, and I have a bite and miss it. And the next cast is one of those that I'll never forget, because when I throw it, I'm like, that's too shallow up there, you know. And I mean, as soon as the bait hit the water, I made a crank. I seen, you know, a 6-pounder get it. And literally, when I boated that fish, the event changed for me, because that day I went from just hoping to make the top 10 to not only having a chance to win on the last day, but also the wheels started turning in there. But, you know, I got so nervous that I put the fish in the boat. I was like, hey, we got to get back. We don't want to be late. I just skipped the other targets. And just got back closer to takeoff. So, you know, that fish right there was probably the fish that changed the event for me. Like I said, not only the weight, but just gave me more ideas going into the last day.
20 pounds, 12 ounces with 57 pounds, 11 ounces. Jason Christie at the guaranteed rate, Bassmaster Elite at Lake Chickamauga.
We're in a great position, 3rd place, just a few ounces back. I really think anything that I catch before lunch is a bonus. Most of my fish been coming, you know, after lunchtime, after it warms up a little bit. You know, it's really kind of tricky for the day. I don't want to fish anything good too early, lose confidence. I don't want to wait too late. The water's 49 degrees. You know, I've seen 61, 62, 63 in practice. And it took a big drop just last night. So You know, but I still think about some of the bites I had yesterday, how they just crushed my bait. So I think the temperature is going to bother us more than the fish. I'm about to fall down. And that's why you start somewhere you've never even fished. Safety first, and he hit way out here. 4. So, you know, there was a stretch of bank that I went to a couple of times in practice, and there would be a local around or a competitor around. I just never got to fish it. And I had fished it a few years ago at another event. And honestly, running up the Wassee, I had a lot of ideas on where I wanted to start. You know, I couldn't make my mind up, and I hit a fog bank and it was terrible. But anyway, I get through this fog bank and I open up again, and I hit another fog bank, and I mean, I can't see the river channel buoys, and all of a sudden, you know, I see a boat wave go across, and I knew it was time to pull over. And luckily, I was at that stretch of bank that I was thinking about, and it just made my decision easy. I was like, hey, let's pull over here, let's fish for 30 minutes, let's let the fog lift. And I had fished in the back of that creek the second day and caught a big one. So it was on my list of fish. I probably just wouldn't have started there, but I'm so glad that I did, because once I pulled up to it, it set up perfectly. I mean, with that cold front coming in, it was kind of the first deep water swing coming out. It had some big rocks, it had some docks. And the key was it was shaded for a long period of time, you know, so you could kind of trick them early. Well, trying to feel my toes. My fingers I can't feel. Lost my good gloves yesterday, so that boat ride, and honestly, I haven't fished this bank in practice or in the tournament. The only reason I stopped here was because of the fog. I fished here along 3 or 4 years ago. I mean, it's got the right kind of stuff, that's why I stopped. I've been fishing shallower, but with it being colder, I wanted to start on a little bit deeper stuff. The water really hasn't dropped as much as I thought it would. They're biting, they just want it slow. Slow. You know, and everything is coming away from the targets, meaning that when the bait goes by, they're following it. You know, like that one, he was 5 or 6 feet past the dock. The first 2 I caught on the bank were halfway back to the boat, so it's kind of that old slow roll. You just gotta wind it back slow. Just hope anything I catch before noon is a bonus the past few days. So we're doing A-OK so far. Fog's so thick you can cut it with a knife. And so I pulled over and just fished a stretch that I fished a few years ago, and it's worked out good. You know, I got a couple of nice fish, and I've had a couple more bites. But they're just not getting the bait good. I think they're spawners. But they don't act like it's cold at all. You know, in the lake that we're on, I mean, those just ain't gonna do you no good. I know it's like, oh, he caught one, but they're gonna have to be 4 and 5 pounders for us to have a chance to win. It's gonna, I mean, like I've never felt so good about a day than I do right now. we may not get another bite. But just the way the conditions are, you just got to slow roll the bait, you know. And just, I think that's why I missed a couple down through there. I got a little too much pep in my step. Got to going a little fast. But you know, mainly all week, a lot of my big fish are coming just on these nothing bank, or they, you know, nothing banks, and I think, you know, they're just fish that's wanting to try to spawn a little bit and just get up there. And you know, a lot of guys this morning are talking about how tough it's going to be. We're just at a time of the year where these fish are starving for sunshine. You know, they want to get up there and shallow as they can and sun before they start spawning. You know, kind of pretend where you think they're going to be at, or guess, I guess is a better word, where you think they're going to be at, and just fish. You know, yesterday late I pulled into a nothing stretch that had 2 or 3 small bites there. We had to idle out, but you know, I ran in a long ways over 2 foot of water to get to this spot, just a little low rock stretch. And I mean, I caught a 6-pounder in inches of water on nothing. And that's just what they want to do. They want to get up there and get as close as they can to that shallow water, get up there on the bank. That's the good thing about this lake is there's so many fish in it. I'm sure there's guys, you know, that's probably still fishing deep.
You know, I honestly, the last day, I was good because probably 12 out of the 15 fish that I weighed the first 3 days came after lunchtime. And I start that morning and I catch a 4.5 and a 3.5 and a 3. I thought, good night. You know, the closer it gets to weigh-in, I just need a couple of those 6-pounders. So never lost confidence in what I was doing, and I stayed hooked up. And you know, I really caught a decent amount of fish the last day. They were just all the same size bucks.
I'm hoping that weatherman, what he said is going to be right, that we're going to get a little bit of wind. Just a touch this afternoon, about lunchtime.
You know, and as it got closer, the clock wound down for day 4. I just thought, hey, we had a good plan. We just, you know, you have to get a big biter too. And those come when you know, you can't go target a 6-pounder. You just have to hope that you cover enough water and get those bites.
Baby, that's an exact cast. Yesterday I caught that 6-pounder at the end of the day. I was just, when it threw slack, I was hoping that her big sister had moved in. Go 3 hours without a bite and catch 2 on back-to-back. I haven't looked at him in a while. I don't know if that dude's any bigger than that other one or not. You can tell when you fish somewhere that ain't nobody fished.
The big thing is just, dude, it's gotten back to being fun. You know what I mean? Like I have a good time. I love competing, and I like to see the look on everybody's face. Just, I mean that respectfully. Like I love to bounce in that top 10, and that's when it gets fun. You know, and I've missed a few, but to get in that top 10 and look around and know that you have a chance to win, that's just what it's all about. It's kind of like Game 7 of the World Series. You know, that's what I live for, and it's so much fun being out there, having a camera in your boat, and have fans watching and stuff, and just doing, you know, what I love to do.
For the second time in 2022, Christie crushes the competition and becomes an 8-time Bassmaster winner. For the second time in 2022, King Kong Christie crushes the competition. Jason Christie, a Bassmaster Elite Series champion, number 8, and it feels great.
Marathon Peak Performance.
Day 1, Bassmaster Elite Series on Lake Fork. Everybody tuning in knows what goes down here. The bags are gonna be huge. Fish are gonna get caught all over the place from a foot to 30 foot of water. And that's the deal, having your timing to fit in on the right spot at the right time. You know, the lake's 5.5 foot low, so it's fishing really, really small. We're just gonna go fishing this morning, run some shallow stuff, crank, throw a jig, throw top water. 6 cents, 300 DD in the face. Good way to start right there, baby. 5 pounder to start the day. We're gonna try to get to 25, see where we end up, boys. 5 exact. If I can get close to 25 before lunch. You know, we're already in the classic, so we can gamble, and you know, if we don't fit in the afternoon, you know, so be it. But we're just gonna run a bunch of spots. We've got a bunch of schools located that are biting really good in the afternoons. 6 cents, 300 DD in the face, boys. Ain't as big as the other one, but it's close. 4.2. 4.2. Little 4.2, look at that healthy Lake Fork bass. All right, keep them coming, Orville. Short-lived flurry. There he is. Trying to keep them up out of those trees while I'm cranking on them so hard. Yes. Biggest bag's gonna win. Y'all gotta check it out. One bait. I've weighed a couple fish on it this week. Is a Hog Farmer stand-up hair jig. This thing gets bit, I'm gonna hammer him on this. Come on, Orville, you're killing me. He's gonna have to call it, Orville.
5.15.
All right, good bait change right there. Switched up to a little hair jig from my buddy Scott from Hog Farmer. He's the man. Good Lord, look where that crankbait's at. Yes, look at that. Woo! First cast. Thanks for leaving, Drew. 5.14, baby. Oh, I wish there was a pile of her friends in there. Stick. Yeah, we nailed it off the stick. Caught a lot of fish on the 6 cents crushed 300 DD with my Halo HFX Signature Series cranking rod, 7.6 medium heavy. That was the deal for me. You know, that put the majority of the weight in the boat. Stay on. Oh no, wasn't ready yet. Wasn't ready. Yes!
Yes, sir.
Yes! Crankbait came out of her mouth. You saw that? Oh my gosh. Four more you. 6 cents, 300 DD.
0.
Yep. 712. 712, baby. That's a tank. 712. Lake Fork, baby. You good? Now I can start jumping in and checking some deep schools early, see how early they're getting there. Stuff like that. I can show what I got and be comfortable. And somebody's gonna have giant bags today, don't get me wrong. The wind blew really, really hard today, and it just made it made it tough to get around, obviously, but you know, when you sit on a big school of fish or a small school of fish, whatever it is, you know, when your boat's panning like that, it just, you know, these fish are smart. Gotcha. right, girl. Yes. 6 cents, 300 DD, gone. Caught her out of a tree. Humminbird Mega 360. You see me staring at it. The 360 is huge. 6'7". Got rid of that 4, baby. Beautiful, long fish. Beautiful Lake Fork fish. At it again tomorrow. Tomorrow is a new day though. We're gonna have a little bit different wind direction. If that wind will lay down just a little bit, you'll see the weights go up. You know, we've just gotta stay in contention. You know, whether it's 28 or 38, it doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna grind, I'm gonna fish for big fish. We have nothing to lose. We're in the Classic already, you know. That's the shaky head if you're out there throwing big shakies. Hog Farmer, Magnum shaky head. It's got a hook for Lake Fork. 600. Okay, 600. Oh, 6-pounder. So I'm gonna, you know, shoot from the hip. You know, that's a cliche saying, I know that, but I think it's gonna work out really good. I just need one of those afternoon schools to fire off because I'm a late boat flight tomorrow. Got an extra hour. Yes. Dang, got me in that tree. No way. No way. Woo! Ain't no way. Yeah. Thank you, Sunline America. That's a 12-pound Sunline. She had me wrapped up in that tree. Oh my gosh. 5'6". 5'6" to start the day. Got me hung up in a tree, 6 cents. How'd that fish stay on? If those fish stay, I'm gonna get right real quick. My Humminbird Mega 360 just showed me what's really there. Five seven Bassmaster. Look at that little Lake Fork fatty. Usually when you get a group like that to fire on this hair jig, you catch every one of them because it's not real aggressive. It's real quiet, subtle. Somebody's gonna catch a big monster bag, so we've got to keep up close to that 30-pound or more every single day. You know, today, you know, I got in some timber. There was a lot of heavy pressure on my morning spot, so I only got to hit 1 or 2 of my spots, and I had to go fishing. I ended up picking up a 6 cents hybrid jig, 3/4 ounce with a net bait pocket crawl on it, and caught a key big fish mid-morning in a tree, and it turned me on to what was really there. And then I ended up cranking some fish behind it and getting what we ended up with. But you know, 2 more days to go. I'm really excited. It's going to take a lot of weight to win this event. Little 6 cents hybrid jig with a net bait, old school pocket crawl, baby. 5-pounder. 5.5. Got us 1 more we needed on the old jig. Got me in that tree is what it is. No way. Cannot believe that happened twice. How'd that happen twice? Thank you, Sunline. She's just so fat. Close. 413.
413.
413. Got me hung up again. 6 cents, 300 DD. And thank you, Sunline, again. There he is, Jake. Big 3 if not. Yep.
311.
311. 311, we got him fired up. There he is. I gotta keep pressure on her though because of the timber. It's gonna be a 1-shot deal. No. Oh, baby whale.
Yeah.
Halo HFX cranking rod. It's my signature series. That's how you don't lose fish crankings with the right rod. 6" 300 DD. But that's the deal, is that rod, that Halo HFX series. That's a good one. 711. Uh-huh. 711. That's why you come to Lake Fork right there, baby. Pick you up a 6" 300 DD, go to work. Beautiful fish. It's a 6" 300 DD. That's the rod though, that HFX series. Cranking, it's the cranking model. I don't even know where I was sitting now. All jacked up. Over there. We just weighed in day 2 on Lake Fork, the Bassmaster Elite Series tournament. We're in first place. We had a good day. We weighed 28.10. You know, it wasn't easy, and you know, I looked a lot afterwards, never found a fresh group. You know, we got 2 more days. Guys are catching them behind me. Somebody's gonna catch a big monster bag, you know. I'm really excited. It's gonna take a lot of weight to win this event. I can't wait to get out there. Things are gonna change. I gotta find something new. Gleason has not moved the whole tournament. Little bitty. Thought it was little bitty. Finally.
That'll work. 4-4.
4-4.
4-4.
All right.
Good job.
Took us half the day, but we got a 4-pounder. 4-pounder. All right, y'all better get on it. Bush light rolling in the wind. Oh, strong. No, he's not big. He's just mean. Yes. Yes. Got him fired up now.
There you go, you're good.
He's gonna be close to 6 though.
6-2.
6-2, number 2. We're getting it going.
Good job.
Got that fish on a 6 cents. 3/4 ounce jig with a net bait pocket crawl on an old school pocket crawl trailer. That one laid down like a big old pig should. Hope we're still alive.
4-5.
4-5, baby. 4-5. Starting the day right in front of Chris Johnson. See, that's what I get at the St. Lawrence River. We are living life, man. Fish are way out there. Smaller. Hey, I'll take all of them right now. I still got a 0 on one end. Be heavy.
2-8.
2-8.
2-8.
Got another 2-8. Gotta start somewhere. Gotta get 5 first.
All right. That's 5-0.
Just sitting around each tree, I think. 4, 4.
4-8.
4-8.
4-8.
4-8, number 5. Number 5, you better pop a top.
4-8.
Thinking if I get rid of that small one, I'm gonna go looking. I need to find, to win this tournament, I have to find a new group of fish, a big group of fish, 30 plus group, and I haven't done it this week. I've had the opportunity every afternoon to look. if I can get another fish over 4 pounds, I'm gonna go looking again to see where I end up. That's the deal. You know, I'm not gonna win doing what I'm doing. I've got to find a new group, so that's what I'm thinking. One more good one, and I can have a chance by going looking. 3-1, 3-1, 300 DD. 3-1. She was a mean little sucker. Whooped my butt. That little kid is awesome. Small. What's my small one? I don't even think he'll help.
Don't remember. That's a 3-2.
Oh yeah, I had a 3-1.
Yeah, that's a 3-2.
Gave me an ounce. Little fatty. That little kid.
Yeah.
That might be her. That's her. She's barely hooked though. Yes! Yes! Freaking head too.
Yeah.
That's why you come to Lake Fork. 6 cents hybrid jig and the net bait pocket crawl. How cool is that? Take your time, we ain't in no hurry.
Eight-two.
8-2. 8-2. Beautiful fish. I don't think she's 24, but I'm gonna measure her. I don't think so. Yes! 4 years in a row I weighed over. Like way over 24. It was a struggle today. You know, we got lucky and caught an 8-pounder on a spot. We hadn't caught one yet this week. It's gonna be a grind. I left some fish on one spot. You know, I don't think there's a lot there, but we knocked out another 30 boats. And it's gonna be a shootout. I need 30 plus tomorrow to win. Big weather change, total different wind. We're gonna fish not all new water. So we're gonna fish like we hadn't been out here all year. And we're gonna find a group somewhere new today. Little one.
Pounds, 2 ounces.
3-2. I mean, barely hooked. She gonna come off. She gonna come off. Come on, stay on there. Stay on there, big girl. Let me just get a chance to grab you at least. 4-pounder.
4 pounds, 5 ounces.
4 or 5. First one of the day. Crazy. I was in the tree too when she ate it. That's what's crazy.
Ounce, 11 ounces.
311. 311. Small guy. But he's a guy. Fat.
5 pounds. 5 ounces.
5.5. 5.5, low fat. It's a short fish. I thought it was like a 3 3/4. It's just super fat. Four more and a kicker.
Come on.
Close to 4. Big 3.
312.
What do you mean? 312 on the Hog Farmer Mega Shaky. All right, need a couple big ones. You see these little white dots out here? Those are all bass. Tree, 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 little tree. Those are the bass that we're throwing out straight out in front. About 10 of them. Be big, please. I don't think it is, but we're gonna find out. Might be a 4-pounder.
4 pound, 3 ounces.
4.3, 6-inch hybrid jig, net bait pocket slim. 4.3. Biggin'. Oh my God. Stay on. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Holy crap. Donk. Tree. 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 No. No, you got a tree. Stay on, stay on, stay on, stay on. Oh my gosh, no way. No way! No way! Yes! No way! Gamagatsu, 1 hook, G finesse. In the timber. Oh, pig. Oh, man. I've just struggled today to find anything to work. The last couple days, I mean, I know 1,000 spots on this lake and I ran 90% of them and I never could find a school, never could find a school, never could. 8.3, 8.3. And I kept going back to that one little spot that I've never even caught a bass on in my life of all the years I fished here. I found it in practice, the first day of practice this time actually, and just, I don't even know what to say. You know, this is I'm a crier, I don't care. You know, I want this one obviously because I'm from Texas and Lake Fork area and the crowd is huge. I caught an 8.3 on my last cast pretty much, just to put that nail in the coffin, but this is huge to me and my family, you know, my wife and my daughter and everybody else. You know, this is just a life-changing event, you know, winning another one and to do it in front of the hometown and the crowds and everything, it couldn't have worked out any better, you know. Everything worked out just perfect, you know. I'm so blessed as a man and a father, and I don't know what to say. What an amazing event, you know. I hope we come back here every year. I love Lake Fork.
Marathon Peak Performance.
In elementary school, I literally told my elementary school teachers, when I grow up, I want to be a professional bass fisherman. I think I caught my first bass when I was 5 years old. Yeah, from the time that I understood that when you grew up, you had to do something to make money, to feed your family. from that time, I knew I wanted to be a pro bass fisherman. And I had a day job. I worked in a factory, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'd much rather be here.
With 21 pounds and 6 ounces. Woo! Oh my goodness.
Man, it happened quick yesterday. Caught 21.6 in like 20 minutes yesterday morning. You know, I feel like maybe I found a little sneaky spot, and that's hard to find on the Tennessee River anymore. And I'm certainly not counting my chickens before they hatch, because it's hard to hide anything from this group of guys. But I don't know. I hope I can get back on it this morning. You know, it could be good if I can. If not, we'll go run all the community holes and everything else that everybody else is doing, you know, and just see what happens. I don't know. I'm excited to get back to that spot, though, and explore it a little bit more. That one got it. Big one, too. Quit jumping, big sucker. Gosh, she's got it swallowed. Buddy. That is so awesome. Come here, girl. Quit. Oh my gosh, yes. First bite of the morning. There's a pile of them in there too. I can see them on active target. That's the way to start the day right there. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just retying real quick. I've caught 4 or 5 here on a little worm. They're not as active this morning. Yesterday morning for a little while, I swear you could have threw a piece of bubble gum in there and caught one, but this morning they're a little bit tighter. I think it's just because there's not as much current this morning. But I just started throwing a little Nico rig, and they're biting it pretty good. So gonna keep throwing it. I'm gonna upsize my worm a little bit. I was throwing about a 6-inch worm. I'm gonna put a bigger mag trick worm on. Just try to get a little bit bigger bite this morning. We're off to a good start, and there's still plenty of fish here. I mean, every time my active target pans around there, I can see them sitting there. You know, yesterday morning I had 21 pounds by now, but I figure I've probably got 14 or 15 so far this morning. But there's still a ton of fish here. I've caught 7 or 8 keepers so far, just kind of rotating through baits. You know, yesterday I caught most of them cranking, caught a couple of good ones on a jig, but number 5, 3.5 pounds. This morning I had to slow down, throw a little worm a little bit just to get them to bite. And I'm still learning this spot, you know. I mean, heck, I hadn't fished here much at all, and I don't have much history here. I just found this spot the last day of practice, so many tournaments are won by those big bites. Yesterday I caught a 6.9. Today, the biggest thing I've got is gonna be close to a 5-pounder. Yes, sir. You know, I figure tomorrow and the next day I'll probably need a 6+ pounder somewhere along the way, but I'm getting some quality bites throughout the day. Found a couple of new things today that I think I can lean on if I need to, so just got to take it day by day. We'll see how it goes. You know, things are just going good out there. I've got a little spot that I'm starting on. It's kind of a shallow spot. I'm catching them on a big square bill crankbait, that one right there, and then I'm catching some on a jig as well. But then after that, you know, I made a couple of calls later on in the day today. So, you know, I'm looking forward to getting back out there tomorrow. You gotta take every day for what it is when you're ledge fishing. You gotta have a bunch of different baits tied on and be ready for anything. And when it's happening, you got to make hay when the sun's shining, as the saying goes. But looking forward to getting back out there tomorrow. Hopefully we can catch them like that for another 2 days. Man, I'm gonna stick with basically the same program today. I'll keep looking around, you know, and checking some stuff here and there, but definitely going to start on that same place. I hope I can get at least one more good day out of it. You know, going to just make decisions on the fly, fish free, try to hit the right place at the right time and make good on it when we do. That's the whole goal today. Boom! Let me see that boy. Let me see. I mean a big one, son. Boom! What's up, Bassmaster Live? Go! You know, it's about like yesterday morning, I guess. I rolled up here yesterday morning, a little bit of a slow start. I mean, I caught a couple real quick. This morning, I cast that big square bill in there. Y'all saw me catch a 5-pounder on it first thing yesterday morning. This morning, I caught one short fish on it. That's it. Number 5. And I looked up there on my active target. I could see them. I mean, there's 20 or 30 sitting up there. Fired my jig in there, wouldn't touch it. I keep firing all this stuff in there trying to generate a bigger bite, but the only thing I can get them to bite is just a Nico rig worm. That's typical ledge fishing. Like I said, you gotta have a lot of different weapons in the arsenal, man, because their mood is a little bit different every day. I figure these fish are probably feeding at night a lot right now because there's a huge mayfly hatch going on. Yeah, just pulled up on a spot. That's a fat one. Put that on the big side. I idled over it, saw a couple sitting down there and lit them up on a crankbait pretty good. I lost a good one. Oh my gosh. Looked to be about a 4-pounder. That's the first fish I've lost all week, so I mean, it's just part of the game. I was trying to get that fish in as quick as I could and get back in there. It's very important when you fire a school up like that. You need to keep a bait in there as much as you can. But it's going pretty good. We got a solid bag, not as much as we've had the past 2 days, I don't think, but it might help. Come here. That'll definitely help. This one's just a little bit bigger. This one weighs 362, this one weighs 355. I'll be in contention going into tomorrow. If I'm not leading, I'll be right there where I need to be. It was a good day. It's working out pretty good so far. Man, got the lead going into day number 4. Got about a 3-pound lead. I had 21 pounds something today. Caught them on several different baits today. Been throwing a little Nico rig worm. Been throwing a deep diving crankbait, 6XD, big football jig. Been throwing a big square bill a little bit. So just mixing it up, you know, a lot of your ledge fishing staples, that's what I've been doing, and just all about making good decisions and landing on the right spot at the right time. Hopefully, I can do that again tomorrow, one more day, and I'll get to hoist my first blue trophy, hopefully. One more day. You know, all week it's been about rolling up at the right place at the right time, and when it starts going down, you gotta make good on it. I feel dialed in, man. I feel like it's gonna be a good day. Big one. Stay on, baby. Don't jump, don't jump. Oh. Man, it would mean everything, and it would be extra special to do it in my home state of Tennessee, for sure. You know, Pickwick Lake is certainly not my home lake by any means, but it's only a couple of hours away. My whole goal, my whole career, it's not about trophies, it's not about money, it's not about anything like that. It's about being able to support my family, pay my bills, and say that I fish for a living. If I can say that, in my opinion, I'm the luckiest man in the world. Yes! Four and a half pounder, first bite. That's the start we need. Yes. It's been a good morning so far. Obviously off to another quick start, man. This
This little spot has been very, very good to me. If I never catch another bass here for the rest of my life, it's been good to me. I've, you know, just like the past couple of mornings, I caught a limit quick, and then that scattered them out. It busted them up. They're still here. I can see them swimming around on active target all over the place. They just, when you leave them alone, which I'm gonna do, I'm fixing to leave and go to a different spot. I haven't come back to this spot in the afternoon, honestly, because I hadn't had to, but I think if I leave them alone for a few hours and let them set back up, let them settle back down, I can maybe come back this afternoon, hopefully catch a few more of them. There's still plenty of fish here. I've just got them scattered right now, and they're not 4-pounder. When they're scattered, man, they're hard to get to bite. I mean, I can cast in front of 15 or 20 and one may bite, but when they get on the spot in a school, it's automatic. That might be our earliest limit of the whole dang tournament. 751. That's the smallest one we got, I believe. We are definitely off to the kind of start that we wanted to get this morning. So I'm gonna retie right quick and reposition the boat and see if we can catch one or two more good ones off of it. Let me show y'all what I'm looking at right here. I'm telling you, that active target has been my eyes underwater this week, man, because this school, they move around so much. Every time I catch one, they'll move a little bit, and I'll just pan up there and see where they are, cast that worm right in the middle of them. 2 3/4. Yesterday I did this same thing, then I threw the worm in there and caught that last 4-pounder, so maybe. I ain't gonna say for sure, but that feels big. It may be foul hooked, I don't know. That's not that big. It's a nice one. May help a little. I think we got a 2 3/4 in there. That's a 3-pounder. Can't tell. He's decent size. I don't know if he's gonna help, but gosh, quit that. That joker's fat. Look at that. A little bit bigger than that last one we caught. I have caught a lot of big fish on this worm right here this week. I'm just taking a Mustad 1/8 ounce Wacky Nico weight, and I'm stuffing it in the head of that worm. That worm is a Berkeley Mac scent mag hit worm. Very popular worm on the Tennessee River. That's not a sponsored plug, it's just a dang good worm. They bite it. I've caught a bunch of them on it this week. Gosh, big smallmouth. What about that? Come here, come here. Come here. Yes, sir. What about that? First smallmouth I've caught all week, and it's a dang hammer. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's awesome.
Way to go, dude.
Thank you. It would mean a lot to win this one, for sure. This is my 9th year on the Elite Series. I don't know where in the world the time goes, but 9 years on the Elites, and I've been close a bunch of times. I've had a great career, almost $1 million in earnings. You know, I mean, I've had a very blessed career, but for some reason that blue trophy has eluded me up to this point. So I want this one bad. I'm not comfortable by any means. I've seen and I've caught too many upper 20s, 30-pound bags on this lake, and it happens this time of the year. You've not seen any this week, but it's possible. Probable? No, but possible? Absolutely. That's a big one, dude. Gosh, that's a tournament right there. That is her. This is big right here. Oh gosh. Lord, please let me get this fish in. Gosh. Yes! Woo! Yeah!
Brandon.
Woo! Gosh, yes!
Boom, baby.
Boom!
Awesome.
I'm pretty sure that's ball game, boys and girls. Boom! Golly! Thank you, Lord. What a giant. 6-pounder.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, 6-pounder.
So awesome.
Wow. That's what we needed, boys and girls. Unreal. That was, when I seen that fish come up, I was like, oh my gosh. Yesterday I rolled up here, probably about 1 o'clock, I made 2 critical coals. There was a little group sitting on it just right, and I lit them up on a crankbait. This morning I pulled up here, I caught that big smallmouth y'all saw. Made maybe 1 or 2 more coals. I said, well, I'll give it about 3 hours. Come back, I pulled up here, I didn't even graph it. I just pulled up and started fishing. I caught 2 small ones on a crankbait. Quit biting the crankbait, so I fired that scrounger in there. And the first or second cast on that scrounger, I caught a dang 6-pounder. Jeez. That was the most exciting fish catch of my whole career. I may not win today, but that was the most exciting fish catch of my whole career right there. I don't think so. Oh gosh, it is a big one. Ah, come here, don't do it. Yes, sir. That pretty much just puts an exclamation point on an incredible, incredible day. Gosh almighty, that is so cool. That's unbelievable. Oh man, unbelievable day. I mean, it's still possible somebody could beat me, but at this point I'll take my chances. It would take a giant bag, man. I don't really know what to say. I mean, it's like every decision I made today was the right one. I knew the fish were still there. I knew I still had the potential to catch a big bag, but you never know. I mean, it's fishing. You never know how it's gonna go, man, but gosh, unreal.
The Whataburger Bassmaster Elite on Pickwick Lake is dominated by Brandon Lester.
Marathon Peak Performance.
Yes. My goal coming into this year was to win Rookie of the Year and to make the Bassmaster Classic.
26 pounds, 13 ounces. And Przekurat is your brand new leader.
Yeah, yesterday, I stumbled on a pretty big school of fish yesterday at around 9:30, and I put most of my most of my weight in the boat like before noon. So, I'm optimistic to see if they're still there or not. The goal today is going to be 25 pounds. If I don't catch that, I hope I catch something a little under that. And, these guys are going to smash them again, so I'm going to have to catch another big bag, and we'll see what happens. I'm definitely excited to get out there. I've just been really fortunate this year to have some great finishes, and, the fish have just stayed in the areas that I found, and oh, God. Yeah, I'm definitely fortunate for that, and I'm just excited for the day ahead. Yes. I'm pretty optimistic to get back out there and see what I actually found. You know, this is a 4-day tournament, so 3 more days to go. Hopefully I make the top 10. No big ones yet, but this is an absolute giant. I'm catching majority of my fish on a drop shot, a half shell straight king, getting green pumpkin purple, and then paired with a Wu Tungsten 3/8 ounce weight. You know, it's pretty much a staple for anywhere in the north, a good drop shot bait, and dropping it on their heads is one way I love to catch them. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Yes. How about that for a start for day number 2? Yeah, it's been a quick start to the morning. I already got a limit. I mean, coming up here, well, here in general, but you know, down south or any of those places, coming from central Wisconsin, I mean, I had only been out of the state for a couple of years fishing as a co-angler, and I fished 1 year as a boater. And you know, I didn't know if my skill set was ready for it, but apparently in this tournament it is, and I'm just ready to get out there again. Ever since I was a kid, I mean, just fishing in general, like, it's not even about the money or anything. Like, obviously I want to make money and do well in this and be a part of this for a long time. It's just a passion of mine that I've had for a long time, and it would mean everything. And it would mean everything for the people that support me too. I mean, my girlfriend, my parents, everybody. It's family, friends. Yeah, it would be absolutely wild. I got one in the box that I'd consider bringing to weigh-in. The rest of them still got to go, but it's not even 9 o'clock yet, so I'm not too worried. Just got to keep throwing at them, and hopefully we put 4 more good ones in the box. Probably a nice 4-pounder, so. Definitely help. Yeah, competing at this level is, so I fish the Bassmaster Opens, and that's a really high level of competition, and this is almost taking that level of competition and timesing it by 2. I mean, these guys find almost everything. I mean, unless we're on a body of water, take for granted like this, that's so long and there's so many places to fish. But on most of the places we go, I mean, these guys find everything. I mean, they're that good. They're that good for a reason, and yeah, the level of competition is unlike anything I've seen. Oh, that's a big fat one. Yes. To have a chance to even come close to winning is, I don't know if that'll happen ever in the next couple of years, it'll happen in the next tournament. I mean, you don't know. You got to take these moments and hopefully make the best of them. My dad fishes as a professional angler on the walleye side. So I grew up watching him compete in tournaments, and I didn't necessarily fish walleyes, but you know, I would be at his weigh-ins and things like that, and he always took me fishing. I think the first time I was fishing was when I was 2. Just let me take you back to the weigh-in. I'm only gonna keep you for a little bit. This will give a guy a heart attack. Got him, yes. Ain't a 6, but that's big.
Good job, man. Good work.
Thank you. Oh boy, it's a monster. This is the one we've finally been waiting for. Gosh dang. Oh my gosh. Oh. That's a monster smallmouth. right where you want them. Okay, that's a good trade. We'll let that one go. My primary area, it was firing like the first hour, and instead of catching the 5-pounders like I wanted, I caught a lot of 3 to 4 pounders, and I did get one pretty big one there and another nice one there, and then I just pulled up to one of my secondary areas on the way back to the ramp, and but I had like a 3.5 pounder in the well, and I called it with a 5.5 right here, which put me up somewhere near 24 pounds. And my smallest fish right now is 4 pounds, so we'll see how big this one is. But other than that, the afternoon's been slow, other than this spot I just pulled up on right now, and I've already caught 4 or 5 fish. But I just could not get the 4 pounders going on my other spot. Oh yeah, that's a big one. There we go. It's probably a 4.5. 4.5, that calls out a 4 pounder. That one's going back. Big old male, skinny.
5 fish all alive, 25 pounds, 8 ounces. With 52 pounds, 5 ounces, Przekurat is once again leading the 7th stop of the Bassmaster Elite Series.
Yeah, solid day yesterday. After day number 2, I had another 25.5 pounds. You know, I still have a lot of fish in my area. They're just getting a little bit hard to bite. I think they're feeling the pressure a little bit. There's a decent morning bite, so hopefully I can get on that right away. If not, you know, I'm gonna have to bounce around a little bit, and you know, hopefully I catch some more 5.5 pounders. That's what I'm gonna need to maintain my lead, and we'll see. I mean, it's gonna be another perfect conditions day to run out to the lake, and so is tomorrow. So if I can make it to tomorrow, I'm really excited to see what my chances are. Today was an absolutely crazy day. I mean, I pulled up to my main area, and it was not happening. I mean, there was no wind, and the fish were there, but they just would not commit. I had a lot of followers today, a lot of short bites, and I ended up coming out of my main area with 2 good fish. I got some stuff over in Canada that I might go take a peek at today. I haven't been there all week. So, and then I have one other area that I ended on yesterday afternoon. Caught some nice fish. So we'll probably have to bounce around a little more today. I was hoping it'd be easy on this spot, but unfortunately. I got 2 of the fish I need today in the box, so that's good. My primary area, my fish are still here. They got a little lockjaw on me. They're really hard to catch. But other than that, I mean, I got 3 or 4 more areas that I want to hit today, so I'm not too worried about what I have right now. I mean, it's only 9:20 in the morning and we got till 3, so I'm gonna try and hopefully maybe catch 1 or 2 more here, and then I'm gonna head out of here a little bit earlier than I have been. It's number 5. I think I picked through this area pretty good, and I had some fish going late in the day yesterday in a different area, so I'm excited to get on those fish. And I needed a little bit of a cushion because I didn't know if my secondary area would produce. So at about 10:30, I made my way to my secondary area, and it turned out they were there, and there was a lot of them there, and I caught a lot of nice fish. Oh God, it's a giant one. Here we go, baby. This spot's got them. They are there's like 7 or 8 with it too. Come on, baby, just give up. Catch 25 pounds right here. Got him. Number 3 Third good one. I just moved from my primary area to where I caught the rest of my fish yesterday. And I didn't realize there's this many fish here, but there's a lot of fish here right now. There's a lot of 3-pounders. I'm excited to see what the rest of the day is gonna bring here. I'm gonna stay here for a while and see what I can get, and then try and get up to that mark I wanna be at. But so far so good. At least these fish are biting. In my primary area, they were just, for whatever reason, not in the mood. Yeah, my day's been unbelievable. I mean, I didn't think this morning after my spot didn't pan out really, that I'd really have a legit shot. I mean, I knew I had a good shot, had a good bag, but it's an absolute giant. To have what I had now, and I went to my secondary area, and it turns out that that area has a lot of fish in it. I mean, there's, I don't know, at one point I counted probably over 100 smallmouth on that spot, just that I could see with my eyes. And you know, there's a lot of 3-pounders there, but there's some big ones mixed in. And I end up catching that 6.5-pounder there late in the day. We'll see what happens. I mean, I'm just ready to weigh these things in and see where I stand, and I'm ready to get after them tomorrow.
24 pounds, 12 ounces. Get loud for Elite Series rookie, Przekurat.
I mean, the outlook for tomorrow is to catch what I caught today. I think I have somewheres around like close to a 3-pound lead in this tournament. I mean, on smallmouth, that's almost like a whole fish. And I fished a lot of smallmouth tournaments in my life, and when you have a 3-pound lead, it's almost yours to lose. And you know, I'm gonna go out there and do my job tomorrow, and I'm just gonna have fun with it. I mean, whatever happens, happens. It's just smallmouth fishing. I mean, there's so many big ones out here, and I'll be happy with the result either way. If I win or if I lose, either way I'll be happy. Yes, sir. What a way to start out the morning. It's gonna take over 100 pounds, 24 to 25. That was my goal every day of the tournament. Anytime you can get, in my eyes, anytime you can get over a 23 to 23.5-pound hump in a smallmouth tournament, oh my God. I think he just jumped like 5 feet in the air. That's a big deal. There's always that hump, that 22 to 23-pound range. I mean, it sounds ridiculous because a 22, 23-pound bag is a big bag. Oh, it's a freaking giant one. I can't even grab him. Oh my God. Trey, it's a 6. Six-pounder. There's a lot more life here today, and I'm hoping to capitalize on a little bit of a morning bite I had. I've got 2 in the box so far, 2 of the right ones anyways. And we'll see, hopefully I can put 5 good ones in the box here, or at least a couple more, and just get the day rolling on a good start. Either way, it's a good start with those 2 good ones. I would be happier than heck with a 23-pound bag, but anytime you can get over that hump, it just separates you from the guys that have the 4-pounders and the guys that have the 5-pounders. And that's what I'll be shooting for. Not a big one, but get a limit first. We got 4. My dad fishes as a professional angler on the walleye side. Yeah, even though he was a walleye fisherman, like I learned the mentality from him to be, you know, not be nervous, not get overwhelmed, things like that. And yeah, he's pretty much the one that's taught me the mental side of things. And, you know, he's taught me other things too, and he's taught me pretty much everything about fishing in general, outside of, you know, coming here and leading this tournament somehow. But yeah, I think my dad's more nervous for this tournament than I am, to be honest with you, because he was fishing a tournament on Green Bay, and all he could think about was how I was doing when he got in. He could have cared less how he was doing when he called me. So yeah, it's all about that. I mean, it would pretty much mean everything to me. Like, ever since I was a kid, well, I still am kind of a kid, but oh wow, that was really close to breaking. Glad that wasn't a 5-pounder. There, he woke up. That's a big one. Oh, come on. Yes, sir. Call 4.5. There's a freaking big one. Come on, stay on. This is it. Pounder. Yes. Unbelievable. That's like a 5.5 pounder.
So Jay, you feel like you're safely in the Century Club now?
I think so. That's the trade. Is that really? That's probably the biggest fish I've ever caught in my life. Not weight-wise, but tournament fishing-wise, and oh my. I didn't even see you. Oh boy. Thank you. Thank you.
25-8! An Elite Series rookie, Przekurat, makes history weighing in the biggest bag of smallmouth ever with 102 pounds, 9 ounces. Smallmouth history is made by an Elite Series rookie. Weighed in the biggest bag of smallmouth bass in fishing history with 102 pounds and 9 ounces. New York, you guys have been incredible. You roll out the red carpet every single time we come here.
Marathon Peak Performance.
Feels like a big one. Big one.
14 pounds, 2 ounces today. Puts him in 34th place. So a good day. for the sleepy assassin once again, and you'd expect that on this incredible smallmouth bass fishery.
Yes, sir. It's only got one eye.
I knew when the wind kept up all day, it was just going to be tough for anybody. Half the lake was pretty much unfishable, and there was a lot of people on top of everybody. I didn't think it was going to be quite as much of a grind as it was. I mean, I was stuck on 4 fish till about 12:30.
Easy talisman hook. I don't think I've lost a drop.
Just like keep your head in it and try to get that last bite. We fortunately called up. I had more than I thought, but we're doing all right. We need to put more in there so we can get back up in that classic cut, but we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Lake Oahe's been a lot tougher than I thought it was going to be. Came out here last year and it was mind-blowing how good the fishing was. Probably got a little bit spoiled, but they definitely are a lot more educated now and a lot more sparse. It's going to be a tough tournament. You can catch them shallow, too deep, but finding those good 3+ pound quality fish is going to be the tricky part. They're not everywhere and they're not really loaded up on anything. It's one here, one there, and they seem to be constantly swimming. So that's my plan. I'm gonna spend most of my time out deep throwing a Ned rig and a drop shot.
Yeah, put the biggest bag of the tournament on the scales yesterday, 23 pounds, pretty much all off of one spot. Today we're gonna do the same thing we did yesterday to start with. We're gonna have to just feel it off and see if they're still there or what's going on.
Baby!
We got a lot of other stuff to check. It's only 40 boats today, so it shouldn't be quite as crowded. 3-pounder anyway.
There was like 5 or 6 with them. I'm sure you saw them. But...
Oh, it's definitely slower than yesterday. Not a terrible start. Hopefully they'll set up.
Don't do that. Ooh. Golly. It does all right. Chill them down a little bit.
Started off with a bit of a slow day. I caught 1 4-pounder off the starting hole where we got that big bag yesterday, but was able to run around today and make something happen, catch one here, one there until late in the day. I got on a hole that I knew had fish. I just wasn't able to get him to bite the first day of the tournament.
Oh God, he's in the trolling motor.
So today, unfortunately, I figured out how to get him to bite. Between practice and now, the fish have definitely changed. They used to be feeding up. You catch them on a drop shot.
Oh, I got him out somehow. Holy cow.
But they really seem like they want everything right on the bottom now. They swim away from a drop shot. It's probably because of pressure, but you can still get a few bites dragging a Ned rig around, and I got a few bites dragging a Carolina rig around, so.
I don't know how that fish didn't break off. He was all over in the trolling motor. Dang. Come in here. Come over here. Stop that. Don't fall over now. At least we got us a 3-pounder now. We'll get rid of that yellow one that I'm scared of. I better check my line after that. 10-pound test. I mean, that thing got in that freaking metal collar and everything. Get rid of old skinny pants. Come up in here. He ain't huge, but he's bigger than what we got.
I'm pretty steady. Finally kind of figured something out. I found this spot in practice and got to it the first day. Couldn't figure out how to get him to bite. And I gotta give these fish are too dang strong. Lee Livesay a little bit of props. He kind of keyed me into the secondary pattern when we were fishing that spot yesterday. He caught a few on a Carolina rig, so I kind of thought there's a few other spots I know of that might work, because solid day. We did our job today. It was no 23 pounds, but
yeah, buddy.
It is what it is.
That's a big one. That's a big one.
Seems like it's getting pretty picked over, but if you can have it to yourself, you might be able to scratch a moderate bag to start the day off. Then after that, we'll just run dots. It's so strong, it's incredible in this lake.
Come here. That's another good one. 3.5.
Oh, a combination of a drop shot, a Ned rig, and a Carolina rig are the 3 go-to baits. Seems like today it was the Ned rig and Carolina rig, but we did our job today. Now let's start working our back.
A former Elite Series Rookie of the Year, the Sleepy Assassin, Austin Felix. 18 pounds and an ounce with 55 pounds, 6 ounces. The Sleepy Assassin takes the lead.
Try not to think about it. I need 5 more fish and it'll be, I'll be speechless more likely. I don't know. I've never, it's not that I don't think I'm good enough. I think I'm good enough to win every event, but I've always been more of a consistent angler than the guy that hits home runs, and to be able to hit a home run the day 2 with that 23-pound bag, I knew you don't get these options very often, or these opportunities very often, so you got to take advantage.
He was swimming with me forever. Seems to be just fine though. I think he had it for a long time. I just never felt him because he was just swimming with it.
I got about a 10 to 15 mile section of the lake that I'm doing most of my damage on, just bouncing from point to point.
There's a little guy. Start somewhere, I guess.
The key seems to be finding where it breaks off onto the main river channel. It's tough to get bites in the morning, so anything I get before 10 o'clock is probably going to be a bonus. It seems like what I assume is happening is a lot of the bass are out over the main channel, chasing bait, pelagic, and then as the later day gets, they kind of slide up onto those shells.
God, they're so strong. It just never ceases to amaze me. I can't pull on him. He just, there you go. It's a little better. He's maybe 2 1/4, but we're getting bit.
Be a big weight off your shoulders once you catch 5, and even bigger one once you get 5 decent ones.
Golly, come here. Yeah, that's what we need. Four of those. 4 more of those. And Matty Robertson can talk all the trash he wants. Ain't gonna do no good for him. It's gotta be
3.5 probably. Kind of just following stuff around. I'll probably give it a little bit more time, at least another half hour, and yeah, see where we have to go from there. 17 pounds is going to be a good bag. If you can get to that 16, 17 pound range, you'll be sitting pretty good. Might be number 5 though. Gonna have to get rid of him quick. See how he's gonna do. He's doing good. Only got 5. Looks like a good one. Is it a bass? Is it a walleye? It's a smallmouth. Ain't that big, man. Big. Haven't really seen much what I'm looking for yet. Got to find a group that's set up and willing to bite. Oh yeah, we need this one. Stop that. Stop that. Yes! Oh, it's been a long time. That one will help for surely. It's a skinny one, but maybe 2.5 plus. Scratching and clawing. A little bit. 1 3/4 pounds he was. That's a big one. I got 2.5 pounds first. Come here. Yes, come here. Golly, he's barely hooked. Barely hooked, but we got him. Oh, give it one of them. There was like a dozen with him. It's been tough. It's been a grind. I'm getting a few bites. I caught one out of this school. It's out here. That was a good one, and caught it dropping vertically. They just swam under the boat at one point, but they're not set up just like sitting there like they were yesterday, as far as I can tell. They're just swimming around. They've come back through once or twice and
followed my bait around, but I haven't been able to get any of them to commit. If we can get 2 more to commit, we got a shot at this. Looks like another good one. Please come here. Yes. Yes. They're not giant, but it's bigger than that little 1.5 pounds we got. $3 1/4. Weight's gotta go.
Got it.
Come on now. Let's do this. Let's fucking do this! There we go. Be big. Oh, did he come off? Dang it, he came off. The heck did he come off? Oh, dang it. Might have had the weight. So definitely. Yeah. But that's the same line yesterday we were just throwing out when I caught them. So maybe they'll sit over there. There it is again. Got him that time. There you go, Psycho! Yup. Stop it. Look at that. Get in here. My small one right now is 2.5. Come on. $2 3/4. Have to put blue on this one. I mean, I got a lot of buddies back home watching. Obviously, Aletha and my parents are actually here. My parents drove up, so. I mean, like, I've always thought of myself as a consistent angler, and I make championships. Obviously, I won Rookie of the Year and whatnot, but like, even back at home in team derbies, I do well, but it's gonna be pretty overwhelming if I manage to pull this off.
The Sleepy Assassin seals the deal in South Dakota! Austin Felix wins the guaranteed rate Bassmaster Elite at Lake Oahe!
Marathon Peak Performance.
17 pounds, 10 ounces, double guns loaded, bang, bang. Bryan Schmitt leads the guaranteed rate Bassmaster Elite at the Mississippi River.
Dude, I think they're gonna munch big time. I don't know if they're gonna munch for me, but as long as you have somewhere where the wind's not gonna destroy you, keeper number 1. Little small jaws or mud, the influx of dirty water is gonna destroy you. they're gonna bite. I mean, grass fish love, you know, rainy, nasty days. Keeper number 2. Number 3, Captain. Remember, black. Get in here. Get in here. Take you too. Boosa got him. Switch to this hook for drop shot, and it's a 957 from Hayabusa. Mwah. 5. We got 5, baby. Didn't take too long. This hook right here, buddy, I'll tell you right now, it gets them. This worm, this is the new Missile Baits Magic Worm. It's a bad boy. So all I threw at Pickwick, and I did good, but anyway, I started to lose a few fish with the hook I was using, drop shot, and you know, largemouth style. I know I'm catching smallmouth, but largemouth style drop shot. And I switched to this hook, dude. Even when they catch you off guard, you got their butt. He'll definitely help, I think. Get in here, boy. Decent little fish right there. Yes. We're gonna do everything in our power to try to not lose one. Get in here. Get in here, big girl. Yes. I love this river, baby. Love it. Woo! It's not even hitting the bottom now, dude. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Thought he was bigger than that. Well, he did help. Guess you know what you're talking about. Boom. I mean, it's a nice fish. Like that. I mean, it's a nice fish. Other than this morning has been a grind, you know. This morning set up about how I thought it would go, minus, you know, maybe one big largemouth on that smallmouth spot. And we just been grinding since. I mean, we haven't really, I'm not gonna say we've lost anything. We haven't had a lot of opportunities on big fish. And yesterday afternoon late, I did some work right here. And we just pulled up, caught a little one, caught one that helped, and I'm pretty sure I missed a dang on good one. There he is. Please be a bass. Big one. And a couple ounces, you know. Whew, that's 3 quick bites. There's big fish right here. I don't know why. There's one little piece of grass that sticks out a little bit further.
He is your day one leader, a former Elite Series champion from Maryland, Bryan Schmitt. Had the VMC Monster Bag of the Day yesterday, 17 pounds, 10 ounces. Backing it up here on day number 2 with 14 pounds, 3 ounces.
Second place down by an ounce.
Feel good, we're in position. Today's the day. Somebody can distance themselves today, you know, catch a 16, 15, 16 pound bag, one of us that are way up high, you could separate yourself today. Or you could just keep on pace and then tomorrow's your day. But it's a big day, you know, we've had a lot of rain, there's gonna be some mud moving around. Doesn't look like the water's come up much, but we're in position. I think pretty much almost the top 10 is all within where I'm fishing. There's big ones there. We're doing what we like to do. We just gotta make it happen.
Everybody, give me some. Let's do this.
See, this little sector right here has got slime, but once you get down a little bit, the grass is clean. And that's a keeper. That's a keeper. Pound and a half.
Really? Couldn't even get my...
Pound 5. Here. We're in position, man. Anytime you could go in the final day in position, you know, we got a chance to win this thing. We're going to do everything in our power to win it. We're going to focus into an area that I caught all this weight today in pretty quick order, you know, and hopefully expand on it. You know, but the biggest thing is, man, we dug ourselves out of a hole. I think this punched my ticket to the Classic. I was in bad shape going into Oahe, so the pressure's off, man. Now, tomorrow, we're just going to swing for the fence. This river's changing right now. So the one thing about this river, it never stays the same. It's where they're going. Hopefully today we're gonna find out where they're going. They're somewhere fresh right now that there's a big bag.
He is 5 ounces short of the overall lead with 46 pounds, 9 ounces. Bryan Schmitt moves into second place currently.
You know, today's all about trying to win this event. Got a lot of friends in this top 10. You know, I wish everybody a good day, but we're really, really gonna try to put the hammer down and focus in on big fish today. Oh, wow. Get your big butt in here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Get your big butt in here. That'll work. It's a nice one. They got a little spot right there. Look
at them. They're going nuts.
Oh boy. Oh boy. It's a big fish. Whatever. I don't know if it's a smallmouth or a largemouth. It's a big one, dude. It's a big largie. God, they're blowing up, dude. Get in here, boy. Yes. We're not leaving, dude. It's a chunk right there, bro. 3 even. That's a nice one. It's a nice one. I think that's 5. He's a nice one. He's a nice one. It's a nice fish. The way, you know, the kind of weight we need, we can't afford to have. I mean, it's a nice one, but damn, I got grass on it. Oh yeah. Big largie. Big largie. They're here. There's some nice ones here. Really nice fish. Dude, I'm gonna get rid of him just because I was worried about him. Had it. Come on, fish. Blow up again. Good God almighty. Big one, dude. I'm not gonna win with a 2.5 pounder in my bag. We got 2 3 somethings, or 2 3 evens, largemouth, and a couple 2-pound smallmouth, but they've actually periodically come up blowing here. Like, oh my goodness, look over there. Look how many it is. There's largemouth and smallmouth together. We got a different wind direction and got some sun, and it's like it's ignited on the surface. Good. I don't know how big he is, dude. Feels like a nice one. There's some big ones blowing, and if we can get 5, 3 plus, you know, 3 plus pound fish and get 2 big ones, we'll have a shot. Kind of caught me off guard this morning. We're gonna probably make within sight of here today our home. Just feel like there's quality here and it hasn't been just destroyed. Like, you know, not only are we getting late in the year, but oh my goodness, got a little more current moving, a little more water coming in, rising water, it's changing. Please stay on. Dude, what? This place is getting better. Like the fish are coming to it. There's definitely, in my opinion, a big bag sitting here from what I've seen this morning. But what's weird is the largemouth and the smallmouth are together. So I'm hoping that we'll have a shot later on today at a couple big largemouth. And if we could get a couple big ones in between, it's gonna be a good derby. Glad I threw back the other one. So glad I didn't keep that other one, bro. There's one goal right now. Oh boy. Let's get that trophy. I'm sure everybody in the top 10 is saying the same thing. It's a big fish, buddy. Please be a largemouth. It's fast. Yes! Woo! Let's go! Let's go. Let's go. Nice, it's a nice one. It's a nice. We're not out here fishing for points. Just the mother load sitting there, buddy. Ain't no way. Please be a bass. Oh my goodness. Let's go! Whoa! Let's go, dude. That's a nice one. It's a nice one. Mwah. Bro. Bro. They're here, bro. I mean, it's a nice one, dude. It's a little thin. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got very fortunate to find this. All I know is we can only control what we can control. We need big fish. I gotta be 16. The smallmouth bite here really, really good. You know, and then it seems like they peter away and the largemouth show up, but I really feel like with the sun, it's positioning. Bottom line is they're getting more in position here, and feels big. It seems like just a 50-yard stretch has them. I've given them multiple presentations. They don't seem to want to bite anything but a Carolina rig. I don't know though, bro. And I don't know. It's been a very, very good day. I would love this to work out, but you never know how it's gonna end up. I gotta get home to my son's birthday. He's turning 8. Made all the good decisions today. It's just, is it gonna be enough?
Series event of 2022. And Schmitt seals the deal, becoming a two-time Bassmaster Elite Series champion.
Marathon Peak Performance.